today we'll be doing gimbal movements. I think you should try, and some gimbal movements I've been using for my videos. I'm going to be using the DJI RS4 with a 35mm f1.4 and the Sony A7 IV. And we have my amazing wife doing the modeling. Yeah, let's get into the video. It's so windy, my eyes are watering. For the first one is what I call the review shot. And how do you go about this? You go about this by making use of a foreground and the background. And in your background, you either have a subject or you're trying to review something for the audience. You have your foreground blurred out, and when you're moving into frame, your subject or your background is in focus. And this is very good for storytelling, or sometimes when you want to review the location or you want to review something to the viewer, you use the review shot. For number two, we call it the follow shot or the tracking shot. It's more or less like when you are following your subject or you are following a person. So it's very good for vlogging, storytelling, and you're trying to follow the person to immerse the viewer in what's happening. So for example, in the shot you're going to see on the screen, I followed my wife into the frame, into the location we were using to shoot. I'm going to be doing a follow shot. So the follow shot, I'm going to turn the gimbal this way. And because I have a screen here, I can easily just look as I am following my subject. What makes it interesting is you can immerse the viewer by also changing the angle of view. So instead of just focusing on the upper body part, you can also do the legs or the lower body part, and it will immerse your viewer in following your subject. Also, for the follow shot, you need to ensure that you put a considerable distance between you and your subject, so that when you are following them, you either don't walk too fast or they don't walk too slow, and you need to communicate properly when you are doing the follow shot. One mistake I want you to avoid is when you are doing the follow shot, you don't do the crab walk, right? The crab walk is when you are moving left, right, while facing your subject. For number three, I'll call it the push in or the pull out shot. This is a very great storytelling gimbal movement in such a way that you push in into an environment to reveal the location. I use this a lot for my weddings when I'm trying to reveal the decor, or when I'm trying to reveal the location where the bride and groom will be saying their vows. So I just push in to show the viewer the particular location. The next shot on this list is what I call the crane shot. It's more or less like moving your gimbal down, up, while revealing the location or while moving. If, for example, in this shot that I told my wife to walk in from a different direction while I also came from a different direction. So while I was moving towards her and she was moving into the location, I went from a lower angle of view to a higher angle of view, and it just gave a different perspective. Next on this list is what we call the orbit shot. It's more or less like when the artist is orbiting around the sun, but in this case we are moving the gimbal around our subject. So when I was shooting this orbit shot, I put my wife in the middle. She was enjoying herself in that particular scene, and all I did was the orbit shot around her. Now be very careful when you are doing the orbit shots, because you don't know what's in your front, because you are very much immersed and focused on what you are shooting. In my case, I ate something and we just laughed about it and moved on. So be careful about the orbit shot. But the orbit shot is very interesting. It's probably one of my favorite gimbal movements. The next on my list, I'll probably call it the crane shot. There is this Kendrick Lamar song that you had the camera moving from up, down. So I wanted to try it out, and it's something I've been trying out with some of my videos, right? It's very interesting. You have your gimbal from up, then come down very fast. But then while you are doing that, you need to be able to move your camera in such a way that it still keeps the person at the center of frame and you still have enough headroom. So try this one out. It's very cinematic and very interesting. I don't know what to call it. You guys can let me know in the comment section what you'd probably call it. The next on my list is what I call the pan tilt shot. I use this a lot to show activity, to show emotion, and to show drama when I'm shooting my videos. So for example, I'm going to a wedding and I want to show the couples dancing and they're enjoying themselves. I'll take my gimbal to the tilt and I just tilt my camera and I move towards them. As I'm moving back out, I tilt it back again. So it's a very, very nice and very interesting gimbal movement. For this particular shot, I put the gimbal in the tilt, which is pan tilt follow, and I just tilted it a bit and I moved towards her. Then I did an orbit around her. You can also use different gimbal movements together. So you can use a follow and a crane shot together. You can use a orbit and a pan tilt shot together. I'll say the last but not the least on my gimbal shot or gimbal movements is the 360. This took me a minute to understand and get it right. All you have to do is you have to turn your gimbal to the 360, and when you do that, it should be like horizontal. I didn't do it behind the scenes for this one, so you might have to use your imagination for this particular part. So I did that and it was horizontal. All I needed to do was take my joystick and tap it twice to either direction I wanted to turn it, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. And when I did that, I also that my gimbal was just turning around 360, and you can see the shot of that particular action on the screen. It's a very interesting way of probably giving a different cinematic creative gimbal shot. That's about all the gimbal movements I actually try and I actually use in my videos. So let me know in the comment section if you're trying it out, and don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like. Alright guys, so we've come to the end of the video. I hope you've been able to see some of the gimbal movements I would think you should use for, you know, anything you're shooting, weddings, events. And thank you for watching. In another video, I'm going to do a pan tilt follow, PF, PVF, PFV, you know, all those stuff. Alright guys, thank you to our model. Bye.